Jesus. Within each and every one of you the flame of divine love is ever present. July 3, 2016, channeled by John Smallman. On the Earth plane much has been happening as a direct result of humanity's collective intent to awaken from the nightmare with which the illusion presents you in every moment. God, the source that is all that exists, the divine energy field in which creation is constantly and eternally present, has been calling you to awaken since the moment you sought to separate from that from which it is impossible to separate, God, your divine source, eternal life. You are divine beings who can never die. What God creates can only be divine and eternal, dreaming of an existence separated from your source. Separation is impossible, but, because you have infinite power, given to you lovingly at the moment of your creation, you were able to build and enter into an illusion that seems intensely real. Yes, you, the human collective, chose to experience separation and built the illusion to prove to yourselves that you had no need of God. But God is all that exists. Separation is unreal. It is an imaginary mental construct, an aspect of the illusion that is extremely convincing once you have incarnated as humans within it. It seems that you are alone, separated from one another, as feeble individuals in a hostile environment, constantly threatened by forces far more powerful than a life force occupying your puny human bodies. You have spent eons attempting to contact God, but because of the limitations that you chose to impose upon yourselves when you incarnated as humans, it seems that that is an impossibility. God, if there is such a being, is utterly out of reach, unaware of your insignificant existence in a universe so vast that it defies your ability to conceive of its vastness. And that is an extremely disempowering and depressing concept. So, on the whole, you dismiss the possibility of God's existence and focus the bulk of your attention on the insane games with which the illusion constantly presents you. Games of survival in a totally inhospitable environment in which it seems that your presence is an anomaly of unimaginable proportions. It seems to your scientists that the chances of you existing within the observable universe are utterly beyond the bounds of logic or reason. And yet you do exist. Maybe you are not seeing the big picture. Maybe there really is a supreme intelligence, a being of infinite love who created you. Well, you tell yourselves, maybe that is possible, but we have to deal with our survival issues here on Earth. Issues that are far more pressing and urgent. Should we have time when we have solved the important issues, we might get around to looking at that, but it is highly unlikely because global warming, cancer, industrial despoliation of the planet and other alarming issues are likely to occupy us for the foreseeable future. You are, it would seem, totally captivated by the issues. The unreal issues with which the illusion constantly presents you. Your collective intent built the illusion and all the seemingly insoluble issues with which it presents you. You wanted the illusion to provide you with powerful distractions from reality, God, your oneness with all of the divine creation in order to experience separation, and it does that very efficiently. Nevertheless, when you chose to experience separation, God, in His infinite and loving wisdom instantly provided you with the key, the information, the ability to dissolve the illusion and return to reality when you chose to do so. God is love. Love never imposes, directs, or controls, it always honors the wishes of those loved. Within each and every one of you the flame of divine love is ever present. Without it you would cease to exist, waiting patiently for you to acknowledge its presence, accept its desire for you to awaken, and to open your heart so that it may lead you out of the illusion and home to reality where you are eternally one with God in a state of infinite joy. That moment has now arrived. Millions of you have, over the last few decades, realized that the path that humanity is following leads only to chaos and disaster, and you have been turning inwards and finding the flame of God's love burning there. That discovery has frightened you because it makes it clear that you have been denying love, the creative field in which all exists, and you fear that you are sinners whom the God that you have installed in the illusion desires to punish you horribly for those sins. An illusory God who you invented to align with your own ill-conceived ideas of what is good or evil. As you have been told by so many spiritual beings, saints, and mystics, the illusion and its concepts of good and evil are unreal. God is infinite unconditional love, who created you like himself. Within God there is only love. Good and evil, right and wrong, and all other concepts that entail opposites are of the illusion, and are unreal. Yes, within the illusion, they appear very real, but that is meaningless because the illusion itself is completely without substance, it is unreal, it never was. To awaken you need do nothing. Just be yourselves, that is allow the love that is your true and eternal nature to flow freely through you to everyone with whom you interact in any way. You all want only love, you spend lifetimes searching for it outside yourselves, inside the illusion, inside other seemingly separate individuals, and all the time, throughout every one of your human life experiences, it has resided within you waiting for you to notice its flame burning gently, constantly, and eternally, calling you to awaken. Cease worrying about the state of the planet, of nations in constant states of conflict, of the corruption of those who run and control multinational organizations and governments. Turn within to the divine flame that will lead you home, and as you accept the abundance of love for you that resides within you, and allow it to flow freely through you to all, making no exceptions, with whom you interact in thought, word or deed, watch in delighted amazement as you meet only love and experience the warmth, the acceptance, the compassion and the truth that comes to meet you in every moment. Each one of you is leading humanity home. Your awakening is nigh. Allow yourselves to be yourselves and know yourselves and God as one in eternal bliss. Your loving brother, Jesus.